Page 8, Minuet. 3/4 time. What's a minuet? Of course it's a 3/4 time. And this has two flats. I think we're going to key a G minor here, but that's okay. All the B's and E's are flat. So let's just check notes and fingering first, and I'm going to connect everything. With the right hand, you're starting with this B flat at the beginning. So we're in here. 1, 2, 3, and then it's 1, and then a 2. Reach down to the octave. And then measure 5. Just lift up and move. Just lift up. And cross over. So forth. And you do that some more. Let's go down to measure 13 at the bottom. You're here. 1 and 2. And then they went here. Not a lot I can do about that. It's rather awkward and unpianistic, but I think the articulation is going to let us get away with it. So we can go from here to here. You just got to know what 3 notes are involved and the position your hand needs to be in. And get there real quick. Just lift up and move. It may take a practice that a little bit. Because then if you repeat, you got to go up to here again. If you go on, you're just going to here. And on measure 17, it's 2 on. Cross over. Thumb here. And then go. Now, measure 21, you got to come all the way down to here. Now, you can, to help you a little bit, just a little bit, not much, is the last note on measure 20, instead of using thumb, you use second finger. That way, your thumb's a little closer to where you need to be. So measure 20 is that. Let's just reach down. And then again, we got an F major scale. If you can do the F major scale, this is easy. Scrunch up 5th finger. Measure 25. 4th finger. That's a little awkward, but we need to do it sometime, so I would encourage you to try it out. And then here, 1, 5, 2. We're doing so 1, 2, 1 for the low notes, and the top notes. That's all. I'm just rotating the hand here because I play by weight, and I just transferring weight from finger to finger. So it's here to here to here to here to here to here and here. I exaggerate it so you can see it better, but it's actually very little motion. And then come down here. This is another scale. See, on the scale passages, these runs, it doesn't really matter what notes or black notes or white notes are involved. If you can do a scale, control it, you can do these. You can adjust very quickly. Now, the last 2 measures. We've had 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and. Now they stick in 16th notes. Well, there's just 2 16th notes. There is just 1 and, 1 and, 1 and 2. They're just 2 quick little notes. 1 and 2. So go back and measure. On the quarter notes, measure 30. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. Here. If you don't want thumb here, then you have to reach down here. And that's a stretch right there. Here. It's up to you, depends on how big your hands are. Otherwise, do that in the end, the last chord. Left hand. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Don't forget the E flat. Reach up an octave. Thumb. Now this is connected, but the half note 1, 2, 2, thumb. Thumb here. Can you do that some more? Now at the end of the line, I'll measure 12. That's a B natural. 1, 2. And then when you get to the last 2 measures at the bottom, that's a B flat. If you don't want a thumb here, then you have to use second finger. That's fine if your hand's big enough. So again, measure 14. Just reach up. And then a a 1-4, a 4-1, and then a 2. Otherwise, use thumb on that B flat at the end. So again, measure 14. Here. Well, you'll work out a fingering that works for you. Then go on. Measure 17, you're here, and then thumb under it. Okay, I don't see anything hard in there. Let's go down to measure 25. Well, measure 24 is here, and then come up. And then a B natural. 2, 3, 1, 2. That's a B flat now, because that natural is only good for that measure. So that's, they're saying come down. Another fingering you can try if you'd like. This is measure 28 in the left hand. Rather than doing thumb, thumb, you can do a thumb and then a 2-1, 3. I need third finger on the F sharp. So, it just means I don't have to move the thumb twice in a row. Now the articulation here is going to allow you to do it if you want, because you got to lift up. But again, I like to try and finger things legato if I can. So lift up or not, I'd still like to do a 2 here. And then go on. 2 on the E flat. Put the hands together. I don't want to play it all for you. You work out and get the hands together. I mean, just once you can do that, and you go nice and slow. Speed's not important yet. It's the beat needs to be steady, no hesitations. And then we can add the articulation, the slurs and staccatos. Nice light wrist staccato. Lift up, lift up, lift up. Lifting up in the left hand. This is measure 6. Lift up here and it's connected. You're lifting up in the right hand, but not the left. I get my right and left. Then staccato. Lift. Now that natural. Connect that, but lift up in the right hand. You can disconnect those in the last 2 measures there on the page. Connect. You can disconnect those. That allows you to move your hand. And disconnect both hands. Disconnect that too. On measure 17, we're connecting this. Now you don't have to connect the notes that are not slurred. You can slightly disconnect them. You have to experiment. Again, since it's repeated, maybe one time you'll connect them and the next time you won't, because you want to change something and you can't change notes and stuff, but you can change articulation or dynamics or things like that. So you can try these things out. So go ahead and do all the articulation. You'll figure it out. And then the dynamics. This is for the right hand. Moderately loud at the beginning. You're in that area. You get a little louder and softer, but you're in that general area. And then when you get to measure 9, you're soft. Left hand's very soft. And I suggest on measure 8, you decrescendo. Get softer. Come down. The left hand's not medium loud anyway, but you can still get it soft here. If the left hand is soft on measure 8, go down to very soft. There. So the right hand can be soft. So forth. And then on measure 17, you go back to your loud or moderately loud and go up to loud. Up there. About there is your loud and stay there for a bit. And then come back down to moderately loud. And then moderately loud, going back up to loud again. And the right hand, left hand soft. kind of soft. And the last line there, measure 29, you go back up to moderately loudest. They have an RIT in parentheses where you can slow down. I suggest you slow down the second time you play it, not the first. Just keep your retardando to the end. But then on the second time you play it, you can slow down. My suggestion on that. Speed-wise, allegretto, another fun speed, about the speed we did the last one. Oh, no. Unless you didn't do the last one, then it's I'd like to play this with you very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do the dynamics. I will do the slurs and stuff as best I can. So I'll give us 3 counts, and we'll do the repeats too. We'll do the whole thing. 1, and ready, and go, and. Repeat.